Alright guys, so technically this is the first day of the end of the Cobra officers. We'll have 3 days, hopefully, unboxing 3 characters. Well, technically the last day will be 1 character. So we're going to start by unboxing the back characters to kind of get things set up. Then we'll finish with the last 3 of the officers, which is Baroness, Mindbender, and Cobra Commander. Until Destro comes out. Then the final day is all 3 of the Royal Guards for Cobra Law, which means we're waiting on Cobra officers. Then we do the Vamp the next week. By then, hopefully, we can unbox 3 more Cobra Troopers, get them set up, then straight into Star Wars the Sith, which is going to take a bit, but it's going to be all worth it once everything is unboxed. Seriously happy with the way things are going so far. I think these 3 will kind of show if I'm truly happy with everything. And today is going to be Pythona, Nemesis Enforcer, Nemesis Immortal, and Serpentor with the damn air chariot. Trying to get these open because his wingspan is insane. And I think it's going to literally take up a couple slots. So I want to see how everything looks once they're open. So definitely welcome to Classified Friday. We are almost finishing up with the Super 7 stuff. Then we're doing the NECA stuff. Then I'm not sure what we're doing after that. We might start opening up the Soul of Chogokin figures. Unfortunately, that will probably be one at a time. Especially the bigger figures. But it's going to be pretty insane once everything is unboxed. and then maybe head into Transformers. Which again should be pretty insane once everything's unboxed. And then once we start finishing collections, actually start finishing up the collection of Transformers Masterpiece and Soul of Chokogen, which is going to be insane. But that's a lot of work. Until then, let's get into this. So first off, a whole another background. It looks kind of organic. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's pretty insane though. So Pythona comes with the jewel from that she gets Zartan, another head, some Chikara? I forget what they call it. Several hands. That looks like another ponytail. Some creatures. And I can tell you, I'm feeling the cape now. It's a soft cape. This looks pretty awesome. I don't know what this is from. This is the item. I think that wrapped up one of the Crimson Guards. Oyster looking thing. Another organic thing that wrapped up the Cobra troops. This is definitely a deluxe. A jewel of this size answers all questions. I might just give that to the Dreadnoughts. So we have the smoke hand, the acid dripping hand, two fists, extra ponytail, they actually have her wrapped up backwards. I'm guessing to keep the cape. that is a huge ponytail. I guess you do have to take the ponytail off to put on the hood. Which is pretty insane. She definitely needs the cape. But I definitely want this head on her. Yeah, that's pretty insane. I wonder if that would fit around her arm. Kind of. I really think fully covered in the background would be awesome for her. So I definitely love the artwork on the back of the box. Then you have this thing. which is like the old one where you can actually move it. But I've never really liked that on Nemesis. This is an insane character. So you got the wings, you got an extra head, 2 extra fists, and the nuts. And it's seriously an imposing 7 inches. At least the swords are pretty flexible. He's literally tied into it. And it's stuck. The wings are pretty insane. So first off, these swords go into here, pretty sure. And one on the other side. It's got 2 toes. Truthfully, I'm not a fan of this head because it's not the Enforcer I know. But look at this. The wingspan on him. And it could go even bigger. And literally the size difference. between the two characters. He is back heavy though, which is understandable. So I do love Serpentor's cover. The fact that he comes in a box. So he comes with one of the snakes. Comes with a sword. I really don't remember him having a sword. He comes with a staff. By the way, I just found out the head is removable. His back. An arm weapon, which is pretty cool. And this Cobra head. And of course, this huge check this thing out. Got the flight stabilizers. The front shield. The weapons. And a Cobra. So, of course, if you didn't get this Serpentor, there is another one coming to classifieds this year, I think at the end of the year, and it's going to be the comic one, I believe. I believe the map can come down. definitely bigger than I expected it to be. But I don't think it's going to be as big as the spoiler. So you can take this off. To put on that version. Which is, I guess, a more toy accurate version of it. I don't know which one I like. There is a flight stand on this. And pegs to put him on. So this does go on his arm. Both his arms and Nemesis Enforcer's arms feels very stiff. Which is crazy. I kind of like that look better. Pythona looks amazing. Truthfully, so does the Enforcer, the Immortal. And so does Serpentor. Like I said though, if you don't have this version, another version is coming. It will have probably different color legs, be armorless. So you only have the green stuff. I do think that is what the crown that they showed is for. So if you look at this thing, it's basically the same Cobra that Crystal Ball has. Yeah, this is pretty insane looking. And Pythona has the most stuff. I don't know, I like this version better of Serpentor, the more armored version. Of course, I am hoping they do come out with a Serpentor Con version, as well as a retro version for Immortal. Don't think I need one, but it would be kind of cool to actually get one. So we do need to find a place for that. If I can find room, it should fit nicely. I'm thinking, but it's going to take up the spot of my asp. The spoiler is going to be pretty big. As big as that thing. So maybe here? Really, it's gonna suck, but at least for now, definitely have to try and move it a little bit more that way to make room for the despoiler. The reason I did those three today was to put them in order. This way we have room to put Mindbender, Baroness, and Cobra Commander, and then the Royal Guard with hopefully Globulus. We'll see how everything fits, but I didn't want to put the roll and then have to figure out the wingspan. And Pythona in back hiding in the dark is pretty sick. You don't see the most dangerous person back there until it's too late. Definitely happy how these is turning out. Like I said, we have a lot of room on the bottom row here for a lot of Cobra troops coming. We still have to get a retro Cobra officer. Hopefully a Neo Viper, Hydro Viper should be in the back. I don't know. An EO version 2. I have one more spot for one more Snow Trooper, which should hopefully be the Snow Serpent version 2, female Crimson Guard Immortal, Cyber Viper. Have room for another bat, hopefully the Bat version 2. Some more ninjas. But once we're finished with the officers and open up the vamp, we have a red Cobra Ninja, we have the Grim Viper, and the Night Viper. So all of that should fit nicely in there. You gotta bring up the Night Creeper. But yes, next week we have Baroness, the Bike, Dr. Mindbender, the original, as well as one of the original Cobra commanders. Like I said, just waiting on Destro, the Despoiler. We need Night Creeper leader. Oh, Overkill. Hitman, Cesspool, Voltor, Miss Armada. But before they even come in, the Royal Guard. 3 versions. And then Globulus, hopefully. So literally Cobra's kind of getting done. Then we get into our Star Wars and the Sith. That's going to be an interesting and fun thing. And then we get into G.I. Joe. Now hopefully we start opening up the legacy characters. Start laying them out. Police characters, then into G.I. Joe. Which should be interesting. Not much though. Same thing with the Cobras. By the time, like, these are 2 boxes deep, so by the time we get the 4 troops, a lot of the top row will be completed, and we'll still have a lot of the bottom row. I do know I want all 4 of the G.I. Joe commanders, starting with Hawk, Duke, Flint, and Beachhead, then the original 13. We're going to end this slot with Slaughter and the Renegades. Do Ninja Force. And then end it with the Rawhides. Which should be pretty damn interesting how this is going to look. So we still need one more character. I would love to get Dialtone, just to finish up this collection. Dialtone, Mainframe, and Psych Out for the, I guess that would be the technical guys. With, of course, Circuit Breaker, but he's going to be part of the 13. We got Doc, Lifeline. I don't know how much room Mutt and Junkyard is going to take, as well as Law and Order. The Ninja Group is going to take a little bit. It's definitely have a lot of things of trying to picture how this is going to be. Since we have to get Ninja Force Scarlet, we're going to put her up here with T-Bang back down here. And then once that's done, most of this should be done. We got the Dreadnoks to open up. How I kind of want to end G.I. Joe. Of course, things will still be coming in, so we'll still definitely be opening up stuff. For a little while longer. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Like I said, hopefully you stay tuned. We got so much stuff to go through. I believe 2 more weeks of Cobras, Sith, Vamp, Sith, then G.I. Joe, hopefully more Mob comes in, hopefully more characters I want for Thundercats come in. Waiting on Jackhammer and Piranha. But yeah, everything is coming together. I really don't know what I'm going to do with this, but we'll figure this out. Like I said, we're kind of finished with Thundercats for now, which means Soul of Chokogen, Space Yamamoto, will be next week as well. Then come back and do the 3 Super 7, the Turtles, the Putty for Power Rangers, Conan. Then finish up Super 7 with the Godzilla stuff. And then it's a waiting game. But like I said, we still have NECA. The NECA Gargoyle series. Then the Soul of Chokogen series. Hopefully we can knock everything out and get into opening up one thing at a time, one day at a time. And start doing some other stuff. So yeah, take care guys. Talk to you soon. Aloha.